Hey y'all, welcome to volume 1 on Trash Hot Takes. Today we have Miss Mama's, the Pilates teacher. Now some of y'all might recognize her from a season 3 Love Island reject, Raven. Apparently she took the little coin she made and she opened up a very tiny Pilates studio in Philly. Well, guess what? She wanted to come and stunt for the gram and let us know that diversity doesn't belong in Pilates. Now why am I bringing this to you? Because it has TikTok divided. And I got to give my hot take, and I want to hear what y'all have to say. But this is Miss Mama's. She is the offender. Listen to what she had to say, okay? And we are going to break this down because I am tired of this mess that is going on. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Here we go.
For my Pilates.
Hold on.
To a diverse be an extremely hot take for my Pilates girls.
Anytime you hear anybody say this is going to be an extremely hot take, you know it's going to be a trash one. Hold on.
I've seen a lot of commentary surrounding Pilates and proximity to whiteness, as well as disrupting the Pilates space in order to create more diversity and inclusivity. As someone whose entire business...
Now, off the bat, you're disrupting the Pilates space to make room for diversity. Hold on to that sentence. We'll come back to it. Because you're suggesting that diversity doesn't have any space in inclusion and wealth. Because what? So, okay, let's keep going.
Purpose of my business, my brand goals is about providing accessible and affordable Pilates to a diverse demographic of women. That is what I started all of this on, so let's talk about it. What are some words that you think about when you think of like a really nice designer brand? I think of legacy, think about craftsmanship. I know a lot of the products are probably like handmade. People check them over and over again to make sure the quality is there, okay? The design is there, and that's why we pay top dollar, we pay our top coins for these designer items, right? Like you would never walk into Bottega and be like, where's the diversity? Where's the accessibility? Babe, there is no accessibility. This is Bottega, okay? I want you to think the same way about Pilates.
Okay, first of all, I'm confused because when I walk into Bottega, there's plenty of diversity. But again, the fact that Miss Mama's is telling herself, you mean to tell us that when there is exclusivity, meaning it's out of your tax bracket, that naturally means that people that look like her, look like you, look like me, don't belong in the store? But can we stop and just pull it back? Because Bottega sells 10,000 $15,000 bags. I think the cheapest one you can get is a couple of thousand. You, I assume, especially in the great city of Philadelphia, is selling what? A $60 class? If you want to take a group class, $120 if you want a private lesson, and probably $35 if they cop it on Groupon. Let's keep going. Because I am struggling to see the correlation.
Just gotten into this, or maybe we're new instructors, we haven't been trained. Pilates is a legacy, okay? People have worked generations to preserve this method of exercise, to even just training an instructor classic.
Okay, first of all, you want to talk about diversity is cheapening or disrupting the Pilates space. First of all, it's a legacy. Pilates at most is 99 years old. If you guys don't know, it was started by, I think his name was Joseph Pilates. He was actually thrown in jail. And it's nothing but calisthenics. He was thrown in jail. He had to figure out a way to keep in shape, even though he was in a cell, and he used the bed springs. He took his cot from jail and used the bed springs and the tensions. On top of that, true Pilates is performed on the floor and a mat. However, when did it become popular? 20 years after he got out of that prison, he came to America, and I think the name was Kathy. She was a black woman who was one of his first student that he made into an instructor, and she's the one that created the modern day Pilates thing that is spread all over the world. Pilates is struggle exercise. It was for people that couldn't afford to go to the gym. That is its basis. Its basis is in diversity and in marginalized groups. But I just don't understand her correlation between exclusivity and diversity. But you know what? Let's give her a chance to redeem herself, shall we? Because maybe she's not saying what we think she is. Spoiler, I already listened to the whole voice. She's saying exactly what she thinks it is, but let's just drag her a little bit more.
Program takes 500 hours minimum, okay? Nothing about Pilates is giving cheap. That's why.
Can I just say something? When she said it takes 500 hours minimum, she made the clock it things. Girl, 500 hours. 500 hours. You need more hours to be a lash tech. Now, I'm not dragging any Pilates teachers, just like I'm not going to drag any personal trainers, but to act like a legacy. Pilates at most has been invented for 99 years, but actually, if you take till Kathy made it popular, that's 70 years. That's at most 2 or 3 generations. What are you talking about? It is a legacy. And even it isn't the legacy you think. But not even that. She said it takes 500 hours minimum. Clock it. Okay, so it's the same as being a personal trainer. I don't hear any personal trainers saying it is a legacy. Listen, I get it. Pilates is the aloe of fitness. Aloe clothes are a little cheap. They're not that good quality, but they have a big name and you're going to buy it. And it doesn't matter that you wash the sweats not even one time and they already look worse than Walmart sweats. You're paying for the brand name. I get it. But for this idiot trying to do a rant when all everybody said is, why are your studios so snotty? It's not that people can't afford it. It's snotty. It's snotty. It's literally giving, you can't sit with us, mean girl. And if those are the type of vibes you want, but Pilates is inclusive. Anyway, let's keep going.
Things like Legree and Solid Core are more successful, right? They took away a little bit of the craftsmanship of the reformer and turned it into a megaformer. Now they're a little bit less expensive.
I don't know what is more infuriating, her classes' attitudes or the way you literally train for something for 500 hours. If you guys don't know, full time, that's 2 to 3 months. You literally train for something for maybe 2 to 3 months, at most 6 months, and you are now acting like you have solved cold fusion. You have taken a new level of quantum physics. Girl, you are a glorified personal trainer.
Experience and training out of instructors. That's okay because now more people can do it. All right. And just to be clear, I am all for the accessibility of Pilates, but I do want some of the Pilates newbies to think a little bit more critically before we come on here talking about, okay.
What? Okay.
Take for my Pilates.
Again, that was a trash take. Again, I don't understand in this world where it is currently burning down to the ground. There are still people in whatever inch they can get into trying to create a classist system within systems. And you literally get up here to justify the fact that diverse doesn't mean exclusive because people that look like you don't have money. And if you were going to make it diverse, that would disrupt your Pilates state. Again, I'm sick of it. Again, I get it. Your classes, you're elitist, and you don't really have anything to flex on. So now you're going to talk about legacy in glorified calisthenics. Girl, just take your personal trainer certificate and be on your way. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.